losing track of what time it is. So we've been really busy over the last few days talking all about courses and creation, and I just wanted to pop in here real quick and share with you some ideas on what is better, Samcart or Thrivecart. And I want to actually just give you my honest opinions on things, because I know that choosing software, there's a lot of considerations, and you might think to yourself, well, I'm not sure if I'm ready for a cart checkout software, or perhaps I am thinking about one cart checkout software. I'm comparing between the two. So I'm just going to give you my honest opinion on both of them, and you can just make up your mind on which you think is best. So welcome to the Course Consultant. If you haven't been following me on Instagram, feel free to do that. Go ahead and click on this link. It's not really a link, it's just my Instagram handle. Follow me on Instagram. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to share my screen, and you're going to be able to see exactly, you can see my beautiful makeup is all smushed, all of the different things that you can take a look at when it comes to creating a digital product on Samcart and also on Thrivecart. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Thrivecart. So Thrivecart actually has a lot of different things that you can take a look at when you're creating a product. So what I'm going to do is actually create a new product right here. And what I'm going to do here is, you can see here that on Thrivecart I have just pretty much just setting up their product name. So I'm just going to say Amazing Product 1. Then I'm going to go ahead and keep everything pretty much the same. And then it says pick the owner. This is really only there if you are going to be using different account holders. So you don't really need that, really. So this is what's pretty cool about Thrivecart, and here's what I actually have. So here's the payment type. You can actually toggle down, pretty similar to Samcart here. Subscription, split pay, pay your own price. Let's go ahead and just put in $10, and we're going to keep this as a trial period. I do have the pro account, meaning that I did pay extra for this account type, and I'm not quite sure if this is a pro feature or not, but I do have the trial period, which is pretty nice. The cool thing about this Thrivecart option is you do have the ability to limit quantity, and we're going to go ahead and say no. If you want to limit this might be a good option if you have a group program or something with a limited quantity. So let's say that you have a physical product like books, you might want to consider inventory. So that's something you can definitely do. So I'm going to go ahead and select next. This is where what will happen is these will be the visible options. You have a one-time payment option of $10, and then you want to actually select either only allow one purchase at a time and allow multiple purchases at once. So I'm going to just say only allow one purchase at a time. If I want to add a secondary payment option, I'm going to go ahead and say a split pay. Let's say I'm going to give 2 payments at $5. So this would allow me to actually, again, give people the option to pay based off of what they can afford, or at what you want to charge based off your overhead. Because let's face it, as business owners, we have overhead. You do want to actually not only just cover the cost, but also hopefully take home a profit. So in this area here, you're going to see the option to do a bump sell. Again, this is the pro feature. I did pay extra for this under Thrivecart. But again, this is pretty cool because now I have an additional opportunity to increase the cart checkout value. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to actually just say bump offer 1, pricing, let's say $7. It says should bump be pre-selected by default. I'm going to say no, because I don't really want people to actually accidentally purchase it. I'm going to select no because I want students to actually choose what's going to work best for them. So this is pretty nice. You can choose your payment processors. Again, you do have to set up an integration with your own payment processor. So for Stripe, you have to set up Stripe. And then you also want to think about the PayPal option, Google Pay, and you also have something called authorize.net. Pretty much I will pretty much just choose the options here, Stripe and PayPal. I do occasionally also offer Apple Pay, but again, I don't really see any transactions from Apple Pay. Most of it is just Stripe and PayPal. So I do like that option. That's pretty cool. Now again, the affiliate option here, we're going to have a whole another training on affiliates on this weekend, but in Thrivecart, again, this isn't a pro feature. So I can actually set up custom commissions for affiliates, and what I could do is actually set up affiliates with their own unique tracking code, which basically gives people the opportunity to earn commissions on any referral of sales, which is really, really powerful. I can actually customize product commissions on the front end, meaning if there's a main product, I can actually customize the commission for that. If there's a bump offer, meaning an additional cart checkout option, I can also customize that commission. I can choose what is the payout periods, for instance, instantly, after delay, withhold a percentage, or manually. So again, this is pretty cool because I don't have to do anything. If I just say instantly, then I will go ahead and just instantly pay out my affiliates. Now, I will say something about affiliates, which we'll talk about in our other training, is that when you instantly pay out your affiliates, you're going to really notice that you have to have some funds in the accounts that you pay out affiliates, because keep in mind, when you're actually receiving payments, those affiliate payouts are going to be pretty immediately. So even if you received a payment and it's processing the payment, the payouts from the payment processor are going to take some time to hit your bank account, but yet the payouts are going to be immediately paid out. So it's a little bit confusing when you look at it. As you kind of gain experience and start making more digital product sales, you're going to notice that you will find there's going to be more people who purchase, and you're going to find that you will have to find something that will work best for you and your situation. So if you're just tuning in, hello, I'm talking about Samcart versus Thrivecart, giving you my honest opinion, and I'm going to share with you some different things to consider when you're choosing the software for your cart checkout. So as we were talking about, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. We're talking about setting up affiliate commissions, and I don't want to go too much over this, but again, I just wanted to show you a brief overview of what you can consider when you set up your cart. Now, this is pretty cool because in the fulfillment area, I'm now able to create a customized product area to allow people to A, display their invoice or something called a success page, B, add them to my membership site, send them to a unique URL. So this is pretty cool because now I have lots of options of where to send this traffic. What happens after somebody purchases? And this is something really cool about Thrivecart that I really like. Let's go ahead and just say we're going to send them to the invoice, and we're good with that. Here I can actually customize my cart style. Now, this is something that I really want to emphasize between the difference between Thrivecart and Samcart. So if you're wondering what's the main difference between Thrivecart and Samcart, I'm going to show you the main difference that I see. And again, this is based off of my personal experience. I can't actually say what's going to work best for you unless you ask a question. I can definitely try to do my best to answer it. So first of all, I can choose between about 4 different types of cart designs. So it doesn't give me like a whole bunch of flexibility. So you do want to actually either A, use a template, or B, actually create it yourself based off of existing templates. Let's take a look at these options. So I have new carts and legacy. So let's go ahead, and we're already pre-selected the new carts. I'm going to choose a standard cart, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to the next option, which toggles this design feature. Now I could actually go to the launch editor, and here's what you'll see. This is actually a multi-step, meaning there is 2 steps to this process. Now there's a lot of different debate of, are multi-step cart checkouts going to perform better, or is single cart checkouts going to work best? You know, in my personal opinion, I like having just one page, right? So I really just like to have one page because I feel like it's going to be a lot easier for me rather than actually making sure that I am going to have to make them submit the next button. So what I did just there is actually customize the customer first and last name. And then I actually went in and started to confirm a few other details. I also changed the setting between the multi-step and the singular step on the left-hand side under cart flow. So here in the cart flow, there's 2 options, multi-step and single step. I kind of like the single step option, and I personally prefer it because I find that it's so much easier to actually collect all this information up front, and again, just have one simple way for people to pay me. Now here I'm actually dragging and dropping this information. You can see I have all of these images here, and they're pretty nice. What I can do is actually customize the image and upload a whole bunch of images. Now you can see I have this image here as it's loading. Okay, took a little bit of time, but I have contact information. I can drag and drop these headlines. And then if I want to add some other existing information here, I can go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and add this headline. I'm going to drag this other piece of text here. I'm going to say this is a body paragraph. Okay, so now I have all this information, right? So I have this button, I have the payment information, I have a split pay option, and I feel like that looks pretty good, right? And again, we have this cart bump cell, right? So we can add in another image here if we want, and we're going to go ahead and just add this image here. Okay, so we now have visuals. We have this toggle. We can customize the colors. We can change this here. Let's go ahead and choose a different color. All right, and then we can actually do a lot more than this by actually saying, okay, what do we want the checkbox style to look like? We can have a checkbox, we can have a toggle. You know, it's pretty nice because you have all these options with Thrivecart. Now, I will say, if you look here, I have all these options for different fonts, but, you know, you just kind of have to choose what's going to work best for you. Now, do you have the ability to add testimonials? Yep, you do have the ability to add testimonials. I'm going to go ahead and drag that over here, and then on this area, I'm going to now upload an image of one of my previous clients. All right, so now we can actually customize happy customer. And then we are going to enter in, I'm very happy, basically. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, so we can customize basically anything we want, and you can see that I can change the font, I can change the headings, I can change and add videos, I can add bullet points, I can add custom timers, guarantee sales, facts, FAQ. Okay, so I've basically given you a gist of how the product page works and how you can create a custom upsell using Thrivecart. Now, I want to go ahead and share with you a few things that I feel like are mainly different with Samcart. So let's go ahead and get started with Samcart. I've actually created a brand new account just to show you what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so this is all just testing, right? So it's all just testing. I've just created here to go ahead and, I thought that I had set up a new account. Let me see here. Okay. So, okay, this is the wrong account. I apologize. Let me go ahead and quickly press quick on pause because I had set up the account prior to this, and I had set up a secondary account, but I wanted to make sure that I have the right information up front. So hold the phone real quick. I'm going to share with you the information, but first I got to make sure I'm all set up. apologies about that. So I wanted to share with you the information, and it looks like I used the wrong account. So I've set up a new account under Samcart to show you and test creating a new digital product from scratch. So you've already seen the training this morning from Scott, but I want to share with you my honest opinions and also share with you behind the scenes of what it looks like from start to finish. So let's go ahead and take a peek. All right, so we're now in Samcart and we are in the process of creating and setting up our store. So this is pretty neat. We now have our store name. We can customize our store name. And what I'm going to do here, if I can decrease my screen here, is I'm going to create a awesome store name. And then I'm going to create a awesome store name URL. Okay, there might already be this, but what's happening here is creating a Samcart store URL. So basically anything that you have as far as URL is concerned, it will now be your custom URL .samcart.com. Similarly, Thrivecart has something similar where you can actually have a URL that's going to be something customized .thrivecart.com, right? So it is not a domain that you own. It is a domain or subdomain based off of this unique software. Okay, so we're going to customize your country. I know we've got lots of people here from all over the world, so I'm going to choose just the United States because that's where I live. I can customize my currency. This is interesting, your time zone. You can definitely do that. I don't think there's any real need to make anything different for your time zone. And then you can actually create a custom contact email. So again, this is an email that you own. Let's go ahead and say support@awesomesauce.com. Okay, so now we have a contact email, time zone, currency. We have our store name. Let's see if it takes this email address because I definitely made it up. Okay, and it wants me to check this, so I'm going to go ahead and choose that. And I'm going to use that. Okay, now it will let me choose. Okay, so you see here, it is already telling me that the store URL entered is not available, meaning somebody has already taken this awesome store name URL. So we're going to go ahead and just come up with a pretend URL name. Okay, let's see if this actually exists. And it does not like that name. How about happysloths.com? Happy sloths, we are. Happy sloths. Okay. All right, so we have now created Happy Sloths. We're now just getting started. And now we're going to go ahead and choose, do you already have a product to sell? And then I'm going to say yes. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to create some information products. And then it asks you this information. I don't think that's really important, but you can fill it out if you want. All right, so here we're going to actually customize all of our integrations. Our Stripe, it's going to ask me to enter that information here. And then we're going to actually connect it up with our Stripe account. Just like I shared with you on Thrivecart, we have to integrate it with a payment processor. Again, this makes payments easy so that it will actually pay out directly from your payment processor versus you having to wait for something to be routed through a different kind of manual payment or a different kind of payment such as PayPal. So again, you do have the option of accepting payments. Okay, so I kind of just skipped over and I just went back. And obviously, if I wanted to collect payments, I would have to set up a processor, right? So let's go ahead and just create a new product because that's what I want to do, right? I want to create a new product and I can go ahead and get set up with the actual Stripe integrations and the PayPal integrations, but this is the dashboard, right? So now I'm going to create a new product. So I'm going to select this new product option. And just similarly to the way we had it with Thrivecart, I can now customize my product name. So coolproduct.com, I'm going to create cool product 1, right? And then I'm going to create a tagline or description. This product is awesome. I'm so glad I can give this to you. All right. Similarly, we have this pricing option. Again, this is going to be on the secondary plan called the Grow plan. So this is not available on the launch plan. This is the Grow plan that you want to purchase. If you do want to purchase, you want to make sure that you try to get the discount because they're happening this weekend as of the time of this recording. And so we have this option for one-time payment, recurring, limited subscription, or pay what you want, which is pretty cool. I like that option. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on one-time payment. And then I'm going to say just $10, just like we did with the other product. Okay. So right now you might be thinking, well, it seems like it's pretty much the same as Thrivecart, right? Well, I'm going to share with you some other differences, and I want you to make a decision based off of what feels best for you. Okay, so here we have, previously we were able to upload the product image on the other page in the cart checkout design area, but here we can actually upload the image right off the bat in the description area. So we're going to go ahead and select an image, and I'm going to go ahead and just choose this picture. It's just a stock photo, and I'm just going to say, okay, I'm happy with this image. I'm going to create this image. Looks good. And then here's where the order redirect destination. Again, this is kind of where the fulfillment area was on Thrivecart. And this is, again, going to look a little bit different from Thrivecart. So here's where we're saying is, do we want to send them to the order summary page, as in the invoice, or are we going to send them to a custom URL, meaning we want to send that traffic to a secondary URL. We're just going to say order summary for now. And here you can see there's different types of products. Okay, so when we first set up this product in Thrivecart, we actually had to set this up in the beginning stage, right? Between what kind of product is this? Digital, service, or physical? Digital file type, file upload, or file link. So lots of different things to consider, okay? So now this is where you can actually have a digital file upload as an option. So what do I mean by that? I mean that what will happen is on the order summary page, you will have the option to actually allow people to actually customize a link that will allow somebody to automatically download, meaning somebody purchases, you have an ebook, you have a template, you now have the option to upload the file directly here. So this works with pretty much any digital product, which is pretty stinking cool. You now have the ability to customize that without having to go and design it in the cart checkout section, which is a little bit different. So let's pretend that we're selling actual images. Let's pretend that this is the image, right? So we're now uploading this digital file, which again, could be anything. And again, you want to actually sell products that you actually own. So this is just an example. I'm not actually selling this. But again, you can actually have this automatically redirect, and then you can customize how long do you want this product to be available. A few days, 1 day, no expiration, okay? So customize it however you want. Okay, so now we're all the way here at the bottom. This is where you can create custom coupon codes. And I believe this is in the launch package as well. I'm not sure if in the Grow package, I'm not sure if the launch package has coupons. But basically, what's cool about this is from this page, we can now customize our coupon. We can do it on once, so one transaction, one coupon code. We can create multiple coupon codes. We can create a flat rate. We can create a percentage. You know, it's pretty great because let's say we wanted a one-time coupon code, and let's say we're going to say open store, like store open. Okay, so we'll say our store is open. Enjoy a 10% discount. Okay, so now we have the ability to change this as a percentage or as a flat rate, meaning a specific dollar amount is going to be discounted. All right, now we are going to go ahead and say this is 100%, or I'm sorry, not 100%, excuse me, 10%. We're going to have 10% discount, right? Okay, so now we have a 10% discount coupon code, And we've done all of this from this first page. We don't have to hop around Thrivecart looking around for things. We've now been able to create the cart. We've now been able to find something that makes it super simple on one page. Now, this is definitely up to you, what you think is easiest for you, but I think that's pretty nice that it's just on that one page, right? Because remember, I had to go to several pages on Thrivecart to find this information. Okay, so here's the biggest thing that I see is the difference. So here you see I'm on Thrivecart and I have this checkout page, and I was not really seeing any sort of other nice designs on the sales page, right? I had to customize it based off of what I liked best. Now, I'm not saying you cannot do that with actual Thrivecart where you have a beautiful template. Maybe you purchase a template from somebody, but take a look at the difference here. Excuse me, sorry, too many Samcart logins. Take a look at the difference because, again, we have this super simple, super plain, but I could also go ahead and use a really beautiful designed sales page that's already included in here without actually designing anything in WordPress. So again, let's take a look at this beautiful studio option. And then I've selected it. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on the design. And here you go. Look at that. That is pretty stinking nice. That is really great. Look at that. It's so pretty. And now it's already customized with all this pre-filled content. So now all I need to do is go ahead and change the image. I can customize the email information. I can now drag in my content, right? So again, you can see the difference between the two. I'm not saying that this isn't a good option. I'm not saying that this isn't a potential, but I'm just sharing with you the main difference here is that we have these beautiful customized sales page templates. Let's take a look at designing this so that you can decide ultimately what's going to be the easiest for you. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and choose, let's just pretend that this is our logo, okay? So obviously a terrible logo because it's actually a photo, but we'll go ahead and change this information. Okay. All right, so maybe we don't like the back of this image. Maybe it's not really our brand. It's not really what we want. So we want to actually maybe choose different colors, right? You can see it does get a little bit complicated here on these rows. If I wanted to be super fancy and you are very tech savvy, you can change all of this, right? You can change the way this looks. You can change what, templates you're using, colors, the header, all of these different features. But let's take a look at this. So going back here, you can see that the elements, heading, subheading, text, image, video. And then let's take a look at this here. Headline, text, divider, bullet, okay? But let's actually take a look at each of these elements because we might actually have different colors and different features in this that you might prefer, okay? So here, let's take a look at this button and look at the button options. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and choose the buy link. Okay, so now I've got that option. I dragged this all the way over here on Thrivecart. So now I want to change this button color. Okay, so I double click on the button and I now can drag with my cursor. I can enter in a hex code if I want to, and I can even change the actual text. Let's see here. The actual font size, the actual font if I wanted to. But I would have to go around and kind of look for it, right? So I want to find something that's, it fits my brand, and I generally use a branding guide for me to do that. All right, so again, here you can see the default font is set to DM Sans, but if I wanted to change it, I could do that right here. Okay, so I've customized this button. It was fairly easy to use, but now let's take a look at customizing this button. So I'm going to drag this button, bop, right there. Okay, so now I have the button color. I can now pretty much the same, go around, select a color, and then I can also enter a hex code. All right, and let's take a look at this font family. Woo, look at all these fonts. You see here, there seems to be an easier interface here versus, again, I had to go looking for this over here. Is it better? Is it different? I don't know. I think personally, I like the design abilities of Samcart better. If I wanted to get really customized and really advanced, I could probably do it on both. But personally, I really love that they have all these options here to make it more branded with the way that I want it to look. Okay, so now I've got my style section. I'm happy with everything. I don't really love this border color, so I'm going to copy this code. I'm going to select the border color, and I'm going to enter this information here. All right, so we now have this coloring the way we want with the font style we want. And here, we still have the ability to change the font if we want. We'd have to go back into the default font. But again, this is the default font for most of it for the entire checkout page. Now you can customize the body font, meaning if I wanted to actually come in here and add this font in here, I could then change the font here. And like you see, there are quite a bit of different types of fonts in here. But if you look here, it just seems like it's a lot easier to navigate. I just like how the user interface looks. It feels a lot better to me personally. So now we have this beautiful imagery, we have all of these templates, and we're really happy with the way that this looks. So again, this template is already inside of Samcart. I don't have to do that much to change things. If I wanted to change the image, I could definitely do that. I could do really fancy things with this if I want, but it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's got all the payment methods, the order summary, all the information that we really need to actually get paid, and I don't have to do much work except add in the types of text that I want. Going back to this option, unless you have a template that you're going to be importing, which you absolutely can, it is going to be something that you want to customize based off of your own personal preference. There's not as many options, in my personal opinion, unless you go searching through a dashboard of other templates for Thrivecart to actually see really beautiful Thrivecart templates for checkout. Okay, so I feel like that one has a really beautiful design, but that's not the only reason why I would want to choose Samcart, right? I would want to actually make sure that it's functional, that it's going to work with my cart checkout platform. So we've taken a look at the actual design templates. They look and feel very similar to Thrivecart, but personally, I recommend Samcart if you do want to have a beautiful sales page and you can't hire a designer, because it has some really amazing templates, unlike Thrivecart, which again, in my opinion, has some really great options, but it still doesn't have the beautiful design templates, okay? So again, we've chosen which one we wanted. As we saw here, there are plenty of other options available, which we can certainly use. Okay, so here it says payment processor. We've chosen our product details, the checkout design. Now we're going to choose the payment. So again, this is where our Stripe integration and our PayPal integration is going to take place. Similarly, when we have an additional offer, we can provide that one-time additional opportunity to actually allow people to purchase an additional option. Meaning if there's a $7 additional cart add-on, you can add that here. Okay, so the upsells and funnels, that's going to be available. I cannot recall, I have to go back to it, only with either the growth package and the growth package and or the scale package. I have to double check, but I believe those packages are the ones that have the upsell funnels, okay? So again, this means that you have to link a new funnel and create the upsells in this area here. Now, this is unlike Thrivecart, where you have the ability to actually create the funnel from the beginning. So here we have the success page. That's kind of like the order summary page of Samcart, but on this page, we can actually go into the bump sell. Whereas here, when we're looking at the upsells, we have to actually create the upsells in a separate tab on the top. Doesn't mean it's good, better, or anything. It just means that it's different, right? So now we're like, okay, we have to go in and create a new upsell, which is a little bit frustrating to me. Okay, I don't like doing extra work, but it's just another click, so it's not too bad. So now let's go ahead and take a look at an upsell. I'm gonna say awesome upsell 1. Okay, so now it's saying you need to choose a product to connect this to. Okay, so that means I can actually add multiple different upsells from whatever product and assign it, which is nice because unlike Thrivecart, when I'm going into this, I cannot actually create separate bump sells separately. It always is assigned to one product and then I have to add them manually. Is that good and bad? I don't know. I think it's different. I think that if you want something to actually have the ability to toggle, meaning to switch it easily, if you want to do that, that's going to be a lot easier in Samcart. If you want to do it manually and it's not too big of a deal to add custom bump sells to the main offer page without using the funnel option in Thrivecart, that's definitely something to consider too. Like I said, there's a whole nother training that I can do about Thrivecart and their funnel design, but I'm just giving you something just straightforward for just the beginning, intermediate level of training on Thrivecart versus Samcart. Okay, so let me take a look here. I don't see any comments. Is this making sense? Am I on? Okay, yes, you can hear me. Let me know if you can't hear me because I will be embarrassed if you can't hear me. All right, so now we're going back over to the upsell on Samcart. Okay, so here we have this awesome upsell 1. We can show purchase confirmation. It just means that there's going to be a confirmation page when we're purchasing the upsell. If we don't want to choose that, we don't have to. I'm going to keep this deselected, and then I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and keep everything designed the way it is. So I'm fairly happy with it. I can select save changes and I can actually take a look at this. So you can see here, I haven't really designed anything yet, but if I wanted to, I can actually add that one-time option right here, and then I can have this little link that says, no, I don't really need that, that's fine. Okay, so that's one option that you want to think about is if I want to actually create this one-time offer, I have to create it under this section. And again, you have to choose the correct payment plan for this, meaning that this is not going to be available on the launch plan. So if you're just starting out, upsells and funnels and offers are something that are a little bit more complex and advanced. You probably don't need that right away, but personally, I really do love that feature. It's a great feature, especially if you're planning on doing lots of digital products, courses, programs, etc. All right, so I've now created my upsell. I'm going to go ahead and save the changes. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to go back to my product page. And I've already created this product. And I've designed it. I just pretend I have created my payments. And now you can see, since I've created my upsell, there's an additional option here that says, okay, I've got this payment processor for the product list. And then I can add recommended products. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and say, okay. All right. So here we also have this test mode where I can toggle left to right, test, and also keeping it live. Okay. I can customize my order receipt, refund order, and update payment information. I can also integrate this based off of rules, which is pretty fun. So if I wanted to create a specific rule and a trigger, I would say the order is completed. And if the order is completed, the next step would be, okay, I now need to integrate it directly with my actual course platform. Now the integrations tab is going to be unique based off each of these options. I find that there are some options that are lacking on Thrivecart versus Samcart. So let me give you an example. So Thrivecart does have a lot of integrations. I'm going to actually head on over to my integrations tab, and you will see which integrations are available, and you will also be able to determine if your integrations are available currently for Thrivecart. Let's take a look at some of these options. So here I'm in Thrivecart, and you can see the different options available for integrations. We have our payment processors. We have also our mail email marketing platform. I'm currently set up with ConvertKit because that's what I like. And now we're down in this section where we're looking at a lot of different options. Okay, so if you have been considering different course platforms, there's a lot of options available. Lifter LMS, Member Mouse, Member Press, Optimized Member, Teachable, Thinkific. Now here is the big thing that I'm really not happy with, and that's Thinkific doesn't have an integration with Thrivecart, and that makes me very frustrated because they have been waiting on an integration. As of the date of this specific recording, they do not have an integration. Now, there is a workaround for this, but I do want to say it would make my life so much easier if Thrivecart did have an integration with Thinkific. So that is one reason why, if you have Thinkific, you will want to definitely consider using using Samcart, okay? So if we go to the settings tab, we're now going to take a look at the integrations area. And what will happen here is we can now integrate directly with different types of software. See? Now let's go ahead and select Thinkific. We can actually say enroll student, and we're now going to make sure that we add in our API key. This API key is going to be specific to you and your course platform, so I'm not going to show that to you because I don't want to share my API key. Sorry. But you can add your course platform there. Let's take a look at, again, some of these integrations. Pretty similar, but there's some other integrations that I feel it's very, very more in-depth than I feel that Thrivecart has. But specifically for me, with Thinkific, I'm not able to integrate that with Thrivecart, which is pretty frustrating. So what I have to do is I actually use a secondary software called Zapier, which I'll show you in just a second. So in the Zapier section, I actually have a complete, you can see my email address, I'm sorry. You can actually create customized actions based off of enrollments. So let me give you an example of what happens when somebody enrolls. So what is happening here is, and I'll actually just give you an example. So we have an example product purchase. So in this instance, I'm now saying, hey, somebody paid via this cart checkout software. And so I've now integrated Thrivecart, and what it's saying is, okay, from that Thrivecart transaction, we need to set up a trigger. So like in this instance, we have this bundle. Hey, Zapier, I'm telling you that Thrivecart actually had an enrollment, and so now from this enrollment, we need to actually have an action. And so in this action, we're now telling Thinkific, hey, Thinkific, we need to enroll this user because they paid via this cart checkout platform. Now, I will be honest with you, and I'll say it is a little bit of a hassle to kind of actually have to set up my transactions in that fashion, because there might be a Zapier that will break. I might exceed my Zapiers because every plan on Zapier actually has a limit. Sometimes there's specific limits on tasks, meaning I can't do as much if I wanted to, and I always have to be checking, especially if I have a really big promotion, something might break. Actually, I had that happen to me once, and it was the most frustrating thing because I had to increase my plan for Zapier. I was losing out on sales, and all of a sudden, here I am trying to fix it last minute with Thrivecart. So I have to say that when it comes to actually having an integration, if you have a course platform that you know for sure is going to integrate with your cart checkout software, double check to make sure that your course platform and your cart checkout software have an inherent integration. Like I said, it's something for you to consider because, like me, if you are using Thinkific, Thrivecart doesn't really have an option for an integration right now. They've said that they've had an integration coming for quite some time, but it's about close to 6 to 8 months after they've said it's coming soon. So I can't really guarantee when they will have an integration with Thinkific. And I actually pulled this group specifically, and I don't see anyone, or actually I saw that Thinkific was the primary course platform that people have chosen. Now, again, Thrivecart might actually have your course platform already. You just got to double check, and feel free to ask me. I can do some research for you. Okay, so hopefully that's been helpful. I'm going to go ahead and just share with you a little bit more about the differences between Samcart and also Thrivecart. Let's take a peek. All right, so now that you've seen the back end of this Zapier that I have to do for Thrivecart, we can actually go back to Samcart. So let's say we wanted to go ahead and integrate Thinkific. We wanted to integrate our email marketing platform. You can definitely do that. What's cool about this is you can actually set up these email settings. For example, if you have an affiliate program, the affiliate program I believe is going to be on the highest plan available on Samcart. And so if you do enable this option, you want to actually customize these email marketing settings, meaning when somebody actually receives a referral sale, then there's going to be an automatic email sent. That's a little bit different from Thrivecart, because if we go into Thrivecart and we choose to set up an affiliate, might actually get an automatic. I have to double check. All right, so with affiliates, you have to set up each product to be manually set up as an affiliate. And there's a whole nother training, which I won't be able to get to today, on setting up your affiliates on Thrivecart and then also reviewing affiliate options for a Samcart. Okay, so let's just pretend that we've set up all of our customizable emails. We now have all these different things to actually set up. We do have these canned emails, which are just something that you have the ability to customize. You can approve, decline affiliate, and have all these different notifications. All right, let's actually take a look at this. Okay, so again, this is my pretend setup account. This is a brand new account. I have not actually made any money from this because it's just pretend. happysloths.samcart.com. It's just pretend. Okay, so before, if actually, I don't think I went through this on Thrivecart, but there is a lot of different options here. You can create a commission period based off of days. You have cookie expiry. You can auto-approve affiliates. You can get an automatic approved email submitted. And then you have all these other options. So this is pretty stinking cool. All of these are set up immediately through the software, which is pretty nice. There is more manual setup on Thrivecart, which can be a little bit more of work to set up. But just know that this is an option if you get to the level in your business where you feel that you need a very strong, powerful affiliate software solution. Okay, so we now have this cool commission structure. We have that percentage. It looks good. That's pretty easy peasy. All right, now we have looked at several things. Let's take a look. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a couple of different things to think about when you're choosing an affiliate marketing program or your software, and also things to consider between the differences between Samcart and Thrivecart. So the first thing that I want to actually share with you is, number one, with Thrivecart, let's go ahead and I'm going to share this on my screen. Let's take a look at Samcart. Okay, which one is better? I guess you're going to have to be the judge of that. So what I really like about Thrivecart is that there is an ease of use to actually create, ease of use for setup, right? So we set up a product fairly easily. we had easy setup process for the most part on customizing our product page. It was pretty simple on how to update it. Samcart similarly had an easy to use setup on their product. So at this point, we're kind of looking at it, they're relatively equal in the ease of use for setup. You could probably argue that maybe Samcart might be a little bit easier to use, just because as you saw before, I was able to drag and drop. Now let's take a look at template options. Let's look at template options. Okay, so on Thrivecart, you saw that there was limited templates, and they were a little bit antiquated. They weren't as sleek or shiny. So now we're looking at Thrivecart versus Samcart. We have limited templates. It's not really as aesthetically pleasing. It is a little bit antiquated, and so you would want to make sure that you can either purchase a template by another course creator. You kind of have to look. I have some templates, but I'm not really a graphic designer or web designer, sorry. But let's look at Samcart, okay? So now we're looking at Samcart, and it really does have beautiful sales page templates. I mean, gorgeous sales page templates that look like they're beautifully created by the actual designer, right? So we're looking at the beautiful templates of Samcart, and you can see that the Samcart templates are a lot prettier. So again, we have looked at all of the different things in the checkout design. Let's actually go back to take a look at this real quick. So we are in the template area to take a look at some of these templates. We're going to go over here and we're going to preview. Oops, go back. And we're going to design it, sorry. Okay, so we have this beautiful template here. And again, compare it to our product that we made. Go back, design, launch editor. Okay, so you see here, there's the difference between this versus this. I don't know about you, but this looks a lot better to me. So if you can't hire a designer, this might be a good option. Okay, let's go back and take a look at what we were talking about. So we're now looking at limited templates, beautiful templates, okay? So let's actually talk a little bit more about upsells and bump offers, okay? So does Thrivecart have upsells offers? Yes, Thrivecart does. You want to get the pro account for that. Now, it is a hefty investment. I'm not going to lie to you. But you also want to consider, what are you going to be using it for? How long are you going to be using it for? And do you have the finances to actually invest? As of the date of this recording, and it might have increased, it is about $760 for Thrivecart's affiliate program. You might be whistling saying, that is a lot, Melody. That is a lot. It is a one-time payment, so there's that. So if you have the finances to invest in something like that, you might be able to actually invest in that. Okay, so does Samcart offer upsells? Yes, we do also have the option of upsells in Samcart. Okay, so right now they're the same in their ability. The pricing, however, is different. So if we're looking at it from a purely price perspective, you're going to want to actually get their highest plan for Samcart for their upsell offer. So let's actually take a look at their pricing plans. And that's one thing I have to say that I feel as though Samcart does a better job at, because if you go to Thrivecart's main page, they're not going to actually tell you up front what the pricing is. You have to opt into the page. It's a little bit frustrating not having upfront pricing. I don't like that about Thrivecart, but I do think that it is a lifetime investment. If you want to invest in it, it's a pretty good deal, but again, it is a larger financial investment upfront. So let's actually take a look at Samcart's pricing on their main page. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And here we are on this pricing plan. We can take a look. It's $49 a month. And then you also have this option here of $99 a month, and you have this $199. So let's take a look at these features. Okay, so we're now going to go down here. So you can see it says Order Bump Collections. Remember that I shared with you those upsells? That is something that you can get with the Grow plan. And remember that if you actually go back with my special coupon and my special code for my affiliate code, you can actually grab the annual Grow plan, which includes the upsell offer for $950. And again, like I said, that's for the full year. And this is my special offer that Samcart has given me. It's $950. You might be saying, I'm not able to actually afford that right now. And if that's the case, then don't get it. Whoops, sorry. I actually hit my microphone. Sorry if you're listening to headphones. But again, this is a bigger discount because it's generally $99. And if you do the math here, I'm actually looking at my calculator right now. So $99 times 12, that's $1,188. So it's about $188. Actually, $1,188 minus $950. That's $238 discount. Okay. So, but that's just for the year. Like if you are looking at actually going back and forth between it, it might be even a little bit more. So, okay, so we have $950, which is a $238 discount. If we're looking primarily on the monthly plan, okay? Like if you were going on the yearly plan, meaning the annual plan that they already have, then that is going to be something that is a different price. But most people like to do the monthly. Okay, so we're looking at the price. Okay, so on Thrivecart, if we want the upsells and the bump sells, as of right now, whoops, I misspelled that. Hold on just a second. We're looking at this. Okay, so now we're upsell. $760 one-time payment, $950, a $238 discount on a monthly plan. So again, $950 versus $760 for a one-time payment. And if you join now through my affiliate link, you can grab this special discount because it's normally $99 per month on this Grow plan. Now, does the launch plan include that? No, you won't get the upsells on the launch plan. You're only going to get the upsell option on the Grow plan. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at these pricing plans again. So here we have again this annual Grow upsell, $950. That's a special, right? So I can toggle, this is the monthly plan. If you want to take a look at the annual plan, you do get a bit of a discount. See here, we have this plan. So you do get this offer here where it's $950. So, you know, it looks like they're already applying that annual discount. I'm not saying that it's really any different, but you do get some special bonuses if you purchase through my link. So just FYI, I'm just giving you straightforward information, not trying to hold anything back from you if you decide to purchase, okay? So here we are in the Grow plan. If we go back to the monthly, it's a little bit more. There is a bit of a markup. Okay, let's take a look at Thrivecart. So now we're here on the front page on Thrivecart. And again, it says, okay, what's going on with this? So we have this information here, and you don't see any pricing. Well, actually, you have to scroll all the way down. Okay, so here we are on Thrivecart's page. It's $495 for their primary account, for their lifetime account. But you don't see any other pricing on their other types of payments. So that's kind of frustrating for me because when I purchased this, then they said, hey, you also can have the option to upgrade to this pro account. But this is only the basic account. So I really didn't like that about when I purchased Thrivecart. I felt like I was a little bit frustrated when I purchased because then they sent me to a second page and then they said, hey, if you want this feature, you're going to have to upgrade. And I was like, oh, okay. So here you can see it says the affiliate function, the sales tax calculation, say that 5 times, the sales tax calculation is actually not included. You have to get the pro account. So once you get to this page, and I can't actually go through it because I would have to spend another $495, and I do not want to do that. So you can actually use that lifetime account. So let's go and take a look back. All right, so let's take a look at the pricing. Hopefully this is helpful to you all. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at honest payment. So $495 or $497. I'm trying to remember what it said. Pretty sure it said $495. Okay, $495. Yes, that's correct. As of the date of this recording, which is May, it's $495. Okay, so now we have $495 for the standard account. Okay, so this does not include anything that's going to be upsells, bump sales offers, affiliate options. That's $495. Okay, but if we look at the standard account of Samcart with my special discount, actually, let's take a look at what that is because I want to make sure I tell you what it is. Take a look here, make sure. It is actually $349. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty steep discount. 300 and ooh, what is it? Cancel. Hold on just a second. Hold the phone. $349. Okay, $349. $349 for this one. $349. Okay. So we now have $349 for the basic standard plan. This is the launch plan, right? So let's compare. So we have, it is $495 for Thrivecart for one time. And we have $349 for annual for launch, okay? But again, if you decide to use this through my partner link, for Samcart, you do also get a whole day of strategy with me. A whole day of strategy. Right now for Thrivecart's purchase, you're getting a 3-hour implementation from me. However, if you do purchase with Samcart, you get this whole day of strategy from me. I'm going to spend time getting to know you, customizing your strategy, and that's all done via Voxer. So I guess it's really up to you. Thrivecart, we've got these beautiful, easy to use setup. We have custom integrations. You can definitely go ahead and see that in Samcart we have something similar with easy to use setups. You also have to compare the limited template versus the beautiful template. So again, limited templates with Thrivecart, and you have beautiful templates with Samcart. I really think Samcart's winning here on the beautiful templates. I'm actually going to go ahead and make this a different color because I feel personally that I like the templates more on Samcart. Okay, ooh, that is pretty bright. I don't like that. Let's maybe make this blue. Okay, so yeah, beautiful templates. So I think Samcart does a better job. Upsell offers. Okay, it does take a little bit of extra work, I feel like, to go into Samcart. Who wins in this? I think that's pretty even. I think honestly it's pretty even. It's just a matter of preference. In terms of pricing, now here's where I think that there's a big difference. I'm going to say something, and I want to say this openly and honestly as possible. It doesn't matter which one you choose as far as the pricing goes. You just have to choose one that you feel is going to be the best for you. So if we're looking primarily at a lifetime investment, Thrivecart is going to be the more quote-unquote affordable option. I know I'm affiliate for both, but I have to say a lifetime investment is a great purchase if, and here's the big caveat, if you have the finances to actually purchase it. Again, $760 is a big investment, especially if you're not sure whether or not your products are going to actually convert into sales. So if that seems scary to you, and if you're not sure if your product is going to make any sales, I definitely recommend just going with Samcart. So I'm going to have to say, if again, there is some monthly payment options, which makes this super easy and simple to use. So if we're looking primarily from a, hey, I want a low cost commitment, lower cost, it is an investment. I understand it is a larger amount of money. You want to look at maybe Samcart. So we have these beautiful templates. You have the customized features for the $349 option for the annual launch plan. And that's something that you can also get through me. So here is what I would say to you if you're trying to decide. Last, certainly not least, and I did not actually offer this, integrations. So we want to think about integrations with Samcart. Again, for me personally, I think Samcart wins with the integrations. One of the reasons why is because right now Thrivecart does not offer a current integration with Thinkific. That's a big down vote for me, unfortunately. I don't like that I do not have the opportunity to actually create a integration. I have to use Zapier. So I feel like for me, Samcart wins with the integrations. Does Samcart and Thinkific, does it have an integration for your cart checkout platform? Yeah, I don't know. I know they have a lot of cart checkout integrations with a lot of different softwares. So that's kind of nice. Okay, so we're looking here, we're looking here. We're looking at both of them. So integration, something for you to consider. Let me go ahead and actually exit out of all of these. So let's go ahead and we're looking at all these different options here. We've looked and compared pricing. We've looked and compared the templates, the upsells. And one thing I do want to say as far as affiliates go, I would say probably they are fairly comparable on the affiliate side. I have to just say that it's fairly comparable in terms of the setup. It's pretty much very similar between the two. If we're looking at behaviors and customized workflows such as automated dunning and specialized abandoned cart checkout software, lots of different ways for you to do that. Customized workflows, I'm just going to say, again, they're pretty fairly comparable. I think, personally, if I were to look at everything, I think that they're comparable on that end. We're looking here. So affiliate options, pretty similar. All right. Do you have any questions? Because I feel like I know I could go a lot on this, but I definitely want to make sure that I answer any questions. So if you don't have any questions, that's fine. I just wanted to share with you my recommendation. So as we've kind of talked about the differences between the two. All right, so if we're looking primarily from a perspective of cost, we want to think about our personal financial ability. So if you want a lower cost option up front, meaning it's not as much of a commitment where you're not hurting in the bank right off the bat, I would go with Samcart. Samcart is going to have a payment option. Right now, there's that discount. I really recommend that you join. And again, you do get that option to actually join in with the launch package, and that launch package includes my special bonus. So if you purchase, you just reach out to me, say, hey, I purchased this launch package. You're going to get a whole day of strategy with me. That day of strategy is going to be me picking apart all of the ideas that you have and creating a beautiful, beautiful plan for you. So yes, so that's what I would say for that. If you are thinking to yourself, okay, well, I'm not quite sure which one is the best one for me. I have more finances than I can actually, I'm okay forking over more money. I just need to know which one is right for me. Just reach out to me and ask me that question because I can give you a customized recommendation. So you can see here is covering my face, but you do get this special bonus. Also, if you do get the growth package, and that's only available for the growth package for Samcart. You do get the Wondrous webinars. and that is the growth package. And the growth package also provides you the ability to get access to the upsell feature. So if you are looking at the upsell feature and you wanted to add that growth package is the one that you're going to want to choose on checkout. So make sure you check your email, because that's where you can claim your bonuses and the discount, because it's not on the regular page. Okay, so here we're looking at the options. Thrivecart, I do offer a 3-hour support. So if you purchase on Thrivecart, you can definitely do that. But like I said, I just feel like the designs are better with Samcart. And if you are not strong on your design and you want something really beautiful, or you want something really polished, and you don't want to hire a designer, Samcart's a really great option. And you know, to be honest, I have some clients who actually purchase Samcart. They put it on pause for a month. Unlike Thrivecart, you can't really put it on pause, because basically you fork over a lot of money up front, and then the idea is that you'll earn it back. Have I earned my money back from both? Yes, I have earned my money back on both. Is it going to be better to have Thrivecart or Samcart? I guess it's just up to you to decide. Do you have all the integrations? Do you have all of what you need for the affiliate setup? Do you have everything that you need in terms of design capabilities? Design-wise, I'm going to go Samcart. So if you're having any questions about either, do let me know. Let me know if you have questions. I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that I have all of the links available for you to check out. So just as a reminder, where you can actually claim your special bonus offer for Samcart, which is running a promotion now, today, all the way through Sunday at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. You can grab your special offer at samcart.com/MelodieJohnson. I'll go ahead and add that right here down below. So grab that link. Let me know, which one do you think you're going to go with? Because I like both of them for different reasons. Samcart is great for design. Thrivecart's good for lifetime value. So definitely let me know in the comments below, which one do you think you're going to choose? What do you think you need? If you already have Thrivecart, I'm not saying you really need Samcart. You already have something that works for you. So I hope that was helpful today. Make sure that you join me on Instagram. I've been sharing lots of fun things there. I've also got lots of free trainings on my website at www.thecourseconsultant.com. For the last week, we've been sharing all about the Inspired Course Summit, which has been so helpful and so fun, and I've really enjoyed it. Just wanted to give you a heads up. I know that the timers are a little bit wonky yesterday. Honestly, I fell asleep and I wasn't able to customize my actual timers, so sorry about that. I did change it this morning. That was not on purpose that it was not updated. That was because I fell asleep. So if you want to grab your special bundle for the Inspired Course Summit and you feel like you didn't get the chance to actually go through everything, I'm going to put this in front of my face really quickly, and you're probably going to feel overwhelmed by this. So I'm so sorry. It is really, really big. But this is the Inspired Course Bundle. You can go ahead and grab it now. It is available for $150. If you have questions about it, do let me know. But right today, if you were to do anything, I want you to go back to the trainings that I just went over and decide which course platform you're going to need to grab. And if you have questions, just feel free to reach out to me. I'm pretty much an open book. And if it's not a good fit for any of these things, let me know. That's fine too. It's up to you to decide what's best for you. So hope that helps. Thank you so much for watching today. Tomorrow, we're going to go all over how to create customized affiliate programs for your course. And then Sunday, we're going to talk about how to pre-sell your course or program. And we're still going to be analyzing Samcart versus Thrivecart. Which one is better? Hope that helps, friends. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, or feel free to reach out to me via Messenger. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care.